as your business scales, you kind of put bookkeeping on the back burner, and then at tax time, you're like, well, what do I do now? I have to type A. Okay. So it's hard.
The good type A, y'all. The good type A, right? Not the bad type A.
I'm like, yeah, people don't talk about this. And sometimes, like, if you want to level up, you need to do that.
I just want to start this podcast off by saying Aaron is amazing at what he does. I appreciate you. Thank you, Aaron.
The best wedding photographer.
That's right. So we're going to go ahead and get it started, y'all. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Level Up Conversation Podcast. I am your host, Jeremy Cornelius. And before we kick things off, I just want to let everybody know that you definitely have to subscribe to this channel because I bring on a lot of entrepreneurs, bring on a lot of influencers. This is going to help you. It don't matter if it's this episode or the next episode or one in the past, you know, one of these episodes will definitely help you. So make sure y'all subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 by December. So let's go. All right. So in studio today, I have one of my good friends. We shot a movie together. She is a bookkeeper along with many other things. I usually don't introduce people, but Sophia is a great person, and I'm going to let her introduce herself as well. So, Sophia, welcome to the Level Up Conversation Podcast.
Thank you. Okay, first off, we are editing this, right?
Yeah,
so
it will be
things
edited.
Get cut off. Okay. Yeah. And where am I supposed to look?
So the camera is right there. Yeah, that's your camera. It's mine right there. If you want to talk to the people, tell them that they are screwing up in their finances, and you're going to look at that
We don't
camera.
call it screwing up. This is a judgment-free space.
Oh, okay.
You learn from your mistakes. So,
okay.
But hello, everyone. My name is Sophia Whiteman. I own Via Sophia. We are a virtual psychology-driven bookkeeping firm, and I specialize in serving creatives and service providers and helping them understand their numbers, not just during tax time, but year-round.
Wonderful. Well said. And even with that, I still don't know what bookkeeping is. A lot of people, okay. I don't. And I never heard of bookkeeping until I, became an entrepreneur. Even me hearing it, I still really don't know exactly what it is. And I'm sure that a lot of people don't know what it is. So if you can break it down, what bookkeeping is.
Yes. So bookkeeping essentially is tracking your income and expenses. Whenever you're a business owner, you have income and you have expenses, right? So for photographers, we have gear, equipment, supplies. They purchase studio rent, stuff like that. And those are expenses that can reduce your tax liability. So at tax time, what you should be doing is providing a profit and loss report. And that is essentially this report that shows you how much income you made in one tax year, what your expenses were, and then your profit for the year. The bookkeeping side of things, you can either track this via spreadsheet. So very simple. Just put your income for the year, track your expenses, or you can kind of level up to QuickBooks Online. This is an accounting software that kind of syncs all of your business bank accounts into the software and integrates everything so that you're not having to manually input the data. A lot of business owners do start off with spreadsheets just because it is the cheaper version, the free version. But as your business scales, you kind of put bookkeeping on the back burner, and then at tax time, you're like, well, what do I do now? I have to go back and find all my expenses or find my income, track my mileage, while QuickBooks actually kind of does all that for you.
Dang, I'm sitting here at almost the end of the year, and I'm just like, dang, I haven't done any of that. I mean, I've been keeping up with majority of my stuff, but it just sounds so simple when you just broke that down. So is that why people hire you? Do you like pretty much do everything for them?
I wouldn't say everything. So bookkeeping is a collaborative process. I am not one of those bookkeepers that if you hire me, you're never going to hear from me again. You're just going to hear from me at tax time. No, that's not me. I I believe in communication throughout the process. How that works with me personally, every bookkeeper is different. When we onboard, I will set up your QuickBooks account. We need to make sure that you have a business bank account. So if you start a business and you have an LLC, that is limited liability. What that means is when you're trying to protect your personal assets, if you ever got sued, correct? If you're commingling your business and personal in your business bank account and say that someone sues you, they can go after your personal assets. And so just making sure that there's no commingling. That is more of the legal side of things. I want to preface this by saying I am not a legal professional. So definitely make sure that you talk to a legal professional on figuring out what entity you should be.
Is there a difference between an accountant and a bookkeeper?
There is. Okay. So I always like to say an accountant, they have a degree. So they're typically a CPA. So they have the degree of a certified public accountant. How I differentiate, or how I always say this to my clients, is there's a difference between a tax professional and a bookkeeper. Not all tax professionals do bookkeeping, but not all bookkeepers file taxes. So the key difference for accountant is they went to school for it. They are certified. Versus a bookkeeper, there are certifications that you can get, like QuickBooks Online. You can go onto a few websites. I don't remember the names of them, but you can get these certifications and learn about the bookkeeping principles. So you're kind of self-taught in that sense.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to share something about Sophia because, like I said, I've been knowing Sophia for 2 or 3 years now.
Yes, since I started my business.
Yeah. You was doing something different then.
I was.
Was you doing taxes then?
I was not. I was a virtual assistant.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's where Sophia came from, right? Okay, got you. But Sophia is one of the most detailed people you can meet. You know, like I mentioned before, when we did a movie together, y'all. And if y'all haven't watched it, 615 Project is out. I'll link it in the description. Very great movie. Thank you for being a part of that.
I'm so honored.
One day I will repay you. This podcast has been doing really, really well. So one day I'm going to repay all y'all. So
you do not have to repay us.
Look,
No.
I'm that type of person. But but when I had the vision, it was just a vision. And when I brought the young ladies together, it's like Sophia, she pretty much set everything up, like the studio and, along with other things. And like your level of detail is immaculate. So
I am type A,
okay.
So it's hard not to take over things. And I don't mean to step on any shoes. So thank you for allowing me to do that.
You're welcome. Yes.
And it turned out so good.
Thank you. The good type A, y'all. The good type A, right? Not the bad type A, right? Right, Sophia?
Is there a bad type A?
Oh, for sure. Very,
like what?
Very overpowering and just very demanding.
Okay.
Demanding is good, right? But in a soft way, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
In a soft way, an understanding way.
A rose is beautiful, but if you touch its thorns, you don't want to touch the thorns. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so if someone wants to start with a bookkeeper, right? Like, what level do they need to be at? Like, could they just be starting? Is it expensive?
Yeah, so I like to have my pricing and services kind of accessible to different entrepreneurs in their stages of entrepreneurship. So for my services specifically, say that you're starting off and you can't quite invest in monthly bookkeeping just yet. I would recommend my QuickBooks account setup service. So when you go onto the QuickBooks online website, you'll see that there are different tiers of subscriptions. And that's where a lot of people tend to get overwhelmed because they don't know what to pick, right? So I've noticed with a lot of clients, they will pick the highest tier because they're running a special, and then they click it, they log in, they look at it, and they're like, immediately, no, I'm closing my laptop. We're never touching bookkeeping again. And then tax time comes, and you're like, shit, I don't know what I'm doing. again, that's where my bookkeeping or my QuickBooks account service comes in, and I set up your QuickBooks account for you. So let's say that you don't have QuickBooks just yet, right, Jeremy?
Right.
And what we'll do is I will set it up for you on my end, and we will kind of tailor your accounts. So I call these are called your chart of accounts. And this is the categories that you use to categorize your expenses. I tailor it for you in it's tailored to your industry. So for you, you would have like photography equipment. You would have like studio rental. So if you're renting this space, then that is an expense. You will also have like software and subscriptions. I'm pretty sure you probably use like Photoshop, Lightroom, all of that.
Way more than that. But
More than that, yes. So those are definitely subscriptions. But that would be like the base level of what I would recommend to a client that is just starting out, just because monthly bookkeeping is an investment. And I don't want them to be in that position of like, hey, I have a spreadsheet. I'm just writing down my income, writing down my expenses, but I really don't know what I'm making. I don't know my profit. I don't know how much I should pay myself. And QuickBooks does pull off all of those reports for you as far as like showing you your profit. And then you're able to see like, oh, my subscriptions went up, or, oh, this is how much money I made this month or last year. Okay, I can actually pay myself this much from my account and still have some left over for operating expenses. So, yeah.
That's awesome. One thing that we mentioned subscriptions, right, just now. I hate hearing that word.
Yeah? Is it because of the price increases every year, or?
Not only that, right, but it seems like, and maybe you can give us some tips, right? Just me some tips. I don't know if it's just me or not, but it seems like you have to have a subscription for everything, right? Like, I'm trying to think of an example.
My husband was actually talking to me about that yesterday. It's weird because we were talking about deodorants.
Okay.
And he was looking into this new deodorant on Instagram.
Okay.
And now he's getting targeted ads. And he's like, I just hate that you have to be on a subscription for deodorant. And I'm like, what do you mean? I've never heard of a subscription for deodorant. Like, are you saying that you have to pay a monthly fee and then they just ship it to you? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, oh, everything's on subscriptions now.
Yeah. And it seemed like running a business, it seems like you have to have so many subscriptions, right? And the QuickBooks, it sounds nice, right? But do you have to have a subscription for, let's say, something that'll track your miles? Or does QuickBooks do that for you? And
Yes.
Okay.
QuickBooks. So if anyone out there wants to get QuickBooks, I do have an affiliate link. I'm not sure if you're able to promote this at all.
Oh, yeah. We can leave that in the description.
So they do have, right now, I believe they're running a 90% off for 3 months. I don't know when this video is being released either, but
Monday.
Oh, okay. So 90% off for 3 months. So QuickBooks Online Simple Start will be $3.80 per month for 3 months. And then it will increase to $38. But the features for QuickBooks Online Simple Start, you do get to track mileage in there. You get to upload receipts. So you will have actual receipts in case of an audit. So definitely make sure that you are keeping receipts for that. And then it reports your profit and loss report, all the reports that your tax pro will need from you. But yes, they do have mileage tracking. I will say the bad part about it is when you have it on your phone and when you turn on the GPS tracker, it does auto track in the background. But sometimes when you log into QuickBooks and try to actually like categorize your trip from like point A to point B, it's not going to show you the address. So that is a bad part. So if you do want something that is like 100% I don't want to say QuickBooks isn't reliable. If you are a very detailed person and you do at the end of each week go in and categorize each trip, that won't be an issue. But if you're waiting until the end of the year and kind of just, if you don't have a good memory, because I don't know what I ate like a year ago. So I would recommend Mile IQ, but that is another subscription that you're going to have to pay.
Yeah, so you can't avoid it. You know, if you're running a business, some things you can't avoid. Do you track all of these subscriptions? Because I done lost count.
Yes. So what I do every year is I at the end of the year, what I do, not end of the year, every quarter I have what is a money check-in. So I look at my books, I look at the software and subscriptions category, and then I break it down to each month and see, oh, did QuickBooks increase? Okay, that's fine. Oh, I have an annual subscription coming up in August. Let's make sure that we plan for that for next year. So I kind of look and make sure that I'm using all of my subscriptions. So I actually just canceled Microsoft Office because I'm not using that. I'm a MacBook girly. I have Apple, so I use Numbers, Pages, all of that. And I was like, why do I need Excel? Why do I need PowerPoint? I don't. So goodbye, $10 monthly subscription.
No, that stuff is old in the past. You know, no knock to Microsoft, they still get money, but
for corporate.
Yeah. I remember having that when I was in like the 90s.
Or Teams. I always hear all these people on social media talking about like having to log in on Teams, and I'm like, I could never.
What is that?
A tip for you guys, if you are someone that has like a lot of subscriptions, definitely just go through all of them, look through them and see what you're actually using, and then cancel the ones that you're not. If you're wanting to save money, switch them to annual.
Okay.
Yep. You're going to save like 1 or 2 months just switching subscriptions to annual subscriptions.
That's what's up. That's a lot.
Yes.
That's some good tips, you know, because that word subscription is fries my brain sometimes. But seems like you got this is what I'm talking about, man. Sophia is very detail oriented, you know what I'm saying? So
thank you. And I'm trying to save y'all money.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. We could all use it right now, you know, because I mean it's
hard out there.
Yeah, it's getting hard out here, man. It's terrible, but you know, we're gonna fight the good fight, you know.
Yes.
We
are.
So, consistency. I have never seen you like not post a day. Like how do you stay consistent? Like are you still posting your own stuff and editing it and everything?
So when we first met 3 years ago, I was still working a full-time job, building my business on the side. And during that time, I actually hired a social media coach to kind of help me in that aspect of like, when should I post? What should I post? And kind of build my online community. And I knew like being a virtual bookkeeper, not only did I want to support local, but support nationwide. And building the engagement was, again, a big goal of mine. So during the beginning, I was creating my own posts on Canva. I was interacting on social media, so Instagram and Facebook. Now I'm on TikTok. Okay. Don't get it.
Okay.
Don't get it.
It's no good.
You can go down a rabbit hole. Yeah. And
if you're scrolling,
you cannot scroll. So I don't know. I have a screen blocker on my phone. So
me too.
Yeah, it's hard. But during the first year, I was creating my own content, posting it. At first, I was scheduling posts, and I found out that wasn't best for the algorithm. So my social media coach at that time told me, whenever you are about to post, engage with your followers 5 minutes before you post and 5 minutes after. So my consistent routine is I will engage 5 minutes. So I'm mainly on Instagram. I will engage 5 minutes with everyone on their stories, and then I'll post, and then I'll engage with everyone on the grid. But last year, one of my biggest goals was to outsource social media content creation, and I was able to do it.
Okay.
So, no, I do not create my own content anymore, but I do send the team what I want to talk about. So we do have like a routine. So every month they will send me this guide of what they have as far as ideas go for carousels and reels. And then I will update it, add in any feedback that I would like added. And then they will create the content. And then I still post. So I still manage my actual profiles. So it's me talking to you through all of them.
That's awesome. So is it like engagement? If y'all don't know what engagement means, that means you're going on other people's posts and actually putting something in the comments, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yep. Engagement essentially is just, as it states, engaging or just interacting with your followers. The biggest thing with engagement is you just don't want to engage just to engage, right? Like, don't go on someone's post and be like, cute, or I agree.
Emojis,
like, yeah. You kind of want to put something meaningful, because at the end of the day, you're building a community that not only supports you online, but it's going to hopefully bring you clients, refer you, and you want your online community, obviously, and your local community to know who you actually are and your authentic self. And so, yeah.
Okay. And you said scheduling is not good.
I found it not to be good. It could work for others. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not knowledgeable in social media. It's not my profession. So maybe a social media coach or someone in that profession could give you a better answer. But I personally found that it wasn't helping my engagement just because, or my interactions, any of that, just because it would be scheduling the post and then nothing, there's no activity going on. And so I like to go onto Instagram, engage, post, and then engage again.
Yeah, once you say it like that, it does sound kind of bot-ish, like you're just scheduling stuff, but there's no activity going on.
Yeah.
From an actual page. Yeah.
Yeah. And it could also be, I don't know about you, but like from when I'm looking for someone to work with, if I see like there's like very like generic posts, or it's being, obviously I don't know if it's being scheduled, but you can tell that there's like no engagement in their post, like no likes or anything like that, nothing in their stories, then I'm like, okay, it looks like they're still in business, but I want to see the real you. Like, I want to know who I'm working with. I want to know your personality. So I'm sure you've seen in my stories sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm unhinged sometimes.
You're very open. You're very open, and you're bringing people along through your day, like what you actually deal with in bookkeeping. She's not like doxing people or like sharing information from her clients, but she, just from her personal perspective of owning a business, So it's
the day-to-day, the struggles. I always say that Instagram, social media is always a highlight reel. And sometimes you just have to be vulnerable, because a lot of people relate to that. I actually posted the other day about I terminated one of my highest paying clients, and it was rough, but it was needed. There was a lot of boundaries crossed. So a lot of people in the comments were like, I relate. It's hard. I'm like, yeah, people don't talk about this. People think that we're just making bank. No, there's a lot of things that we go through as solopreneurs, like decisions we have to make. And it gets hard sometimes. Lonely too, I'm sure. Well, for me,
I mean, you it seems like you try to find that peace, to find that vibe, and I took my wife to the she likes swimming and stuff, so
the Brute Hotel.
The Brute Hotel.
Saw.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was good. The experience was good.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of things that was, it's the cleanliness of the place. It's there was a lot of opportunity there. I'll put it like that. I gotta watch what I say, I'm
like, edit it out.
Yeah. But it's a beautiful vibe. I seen where they had the vision and they executed it, but they just need to keep up with the cleanliness of the place. I say that.
That makes sense.
But it is definitely a vibe out there, and I see you, time to time, and like going to like different places.
Yeah.
And like when you're doing your work and stuff like that. So can you talk about that, like finding that peace, like while you're trying to work and finding the vibe?
Yeah. So just to clarify, you're asking about when I go work out and about?
Yes.
Okay. So typically for me with bookkeeping, the first 2 weeks I call reconciliation weeks. And that is basically me wrapping up and closing your books for the prior month. So that involves me grabbing your bank statements, making sure that your QuickBooks accounts matches your bank statements, and then just tying up loose ends. And so those 2 weeks, I'm typically at home just because I have to like log into clients' bank accounts, grab verification codes, all of that. And I have that like saved on my Mac at home. But the last 2 weeks, it's more flexible for me. And so what I like to do then is I try to do this once a week. Sometimes it doesn't work, but I like to go out somewhere, go out to a coffee shop and kind of just sit in that environment and join a friend. So I have a friend that I've been going with, and we'll co-work together.
Okay.
So we'll just grab coffee, do deep work for like an hour, and then yap for a little bit, and then back to deep work. But I feel like I don't know, having a different environment sometimes changes like your mindset in a way, because here's one example. I was working on a client's books, and for the life of me, the math was not mathin'. And I was frustrated and I didn't know what to do. I was working on it all day and I was like, you know what, I'm done. So the next day I decided to like actually go out to a coffee shop, sit down, have coffee, get a pastry, and kind of work through it there. And I don't know what it was, but it was like the environment just changed like everything.
Yeah.
I feel like being somewhere else with other people around you doing the same thing, working hard, kind of just ignites something in you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that made sense, but
No, it definitely does. And I have there's a few people that I know, they fell on some hard times and stuff. So they're basically like homeless now, like living on the streets. And, I was trying to tell them, I'm like, you need to get out of your environment, right? And I always think, like, if I had to start from zero, if I was homeless, this is what I would do. I would go to the nicest place in my city, and just be around success,
Yes.
because it does something to you, and, I would get some books. We're going to talk about that too. Because I love reading. And just feed my mind with positivity, feed my mind with success, and it does right every time. But hey, they say if you want to hide something, put it in a book.
Yep. You are who you
Most
hang
people
out
don't
with.
read. Yeah, for sure.
There was a quote, I don't remember it, it's on my phone, but it was like a percentage. I literally, when I say I'm like organized, I have, you're like, oh my, I have a notes app that says working on me, and it has like quotes that stuck with me. Your success is in your squad. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And 95% of your success in life is determined by the people you habitually associate with. So
Yeah. And that's why I had to, these people, like, I have to I have to give them the information, but I'm not gonna spend most of my time like just trying to talk to them, because most people, they don't listen, And I gotta do my own thing, man. And I want people to see, like, they have to see it, right? They have to see stuff like this. They have to see me out here working, for them to actually believe it, because they know where I came from, And so, I do this to motivate the people,
yes,
And
and I
so,
love that. And it's also like you can say all the things, do all the things, but they have to be the one to actually
put in the work.
put in the work. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. So I see on your timeline, like, you post a lot about the book, the money psychology book.
Yeah.
I haven't got to that point. I'm still on like the self-help motivational stuff. But can you like break that book down for the people?
Oh my goodness. It's been a while since I've read the book, but I can tell you more about like the psychology side of things. So the book he's talking about is Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, right?
Yeah.
It's the white book, I believe.
Very popular book.
Yeah. That one is a good book to read. And then Trauma of Money is good by Chantel Chapman. I did a course with them. Trauma of Money Certified Facilitator. So
That's a lot.
yeah, there's a lot that goes into that, but those are two books that are really good. But kind of a little bit about psychology and money is, and how this intertwines into my business, is a lot of people, when they view money, there are a lot of emotions that come out of it, right? A lot of shame, embarrassment, and you're trying to work through them. And a lot of it is perceived through how you saw money as a child, like how your caretaker worked with money. Like, were they hoarding money? Were they spending money? And those habits kind of stick with you throughout your adulthood. And when you become an entrepreneur, those habits are going to intertwine into your business. So I've seen a lot of like scarcity mindset with clients. They will just hoard all of this money, or they'll hoard this money and they just want to keep it for themselves. It's just sitting in their business because they're scared to invest. They're scared to outsource. And sometimes, like, if you want to level up, you need to do that. You need to let go of your social media content. You need to let go of bookkeeping. And so scarcity mindset is a big thing, shifting that to abundance mindset. A lot of clients I do see, they are in this mindset of, I can't charge that much because I don't have that knowledge, right? Or I need to prove to myself first. This was me at the very beginning of my business. I was like, I need to prove myself to others. No, what am I proving? Like, I know what I'm doing. And as long as you are learning as you go, once you start gaining that knowledge, that education, increase your pricing. And if if your clients can't see your worth, maybe they're not an aligned client.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what me and Desi was talking about, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Desi.
She's
I messaged
the best.
you. You did not message me back, but it's all good.
I see her tomorrow, so I will tell her.
I know why, but she's very busy, and she's probably not one of those people that is just on social media scrolling.
Yeah.
And,
we should have had the three of us here. It would have been fun time.
I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it. We need to set that up. I haven't set up multiple people, but we definitely need to do that. Yeah. So shout out to Desi, and I'm sure you refer her, like, because the bookkeeping, right, keeps up with everything throughout the year, and then
yes,
you're gonna need somebody to do the taxes.
Yeah. So how that works is every bookkeeper is different, right? So for me, I want every aspect of my business to be a collaborative process. So the clients I work with, we have to have good communication. If it's not good, you're getting fired. I don't know how else to say it. And then the client's tax pro, I want to have good communication with them, because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that I'm making their job easier. So clean books, a tax pro letter, that is a big thing that I do for my tax pros. At tax time, let's say I did your books, right? Let's say that tax time comes around, you work with Desi, and I write up this letter and I tell her, hey, Jeremy has meals on his profit and loss report. It's already 50% deducted, because you can only deduct 50%. Don't deduct it anymore. Or, hey, Jeremy bought a new asset that is over $2,500, a camera lens. Please refer to the balance sheet. It's just more so of like a collaborative process. But yes, we do have a few mutual clients together. And then I'm always in search of other tax pros that are looking to be more hands-on or collaborative with their bookkeepers.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand. So kind of like the doctor, you got your primary care physician, then the specialist, and they might refer you to an orthopedic or something like that.
Yeah, you don't want to work with a doctor and they prescribe you some medication, and then you go over to a specialist and they prescribe you a medication that counteracts with that, and then all of a sudden you have a reaction, right?
Yeah, but that's what I was talking to Desi about, or we did some kind of video or something like that, and I talked about firing your clients, you know, because I mean, sometimes, you know, you get good clients, and there's the clients that they're so easy, you know, they come in, they listen, and they pay you, and that's that, you know. And then there's some clients, they just want everything to be right, everything to be, which is nothing wrong with it, but it's just a headache, you know. They're taking away from your time, you know.
Yep. And those tend to be your lowest paying clients, I've learned.
Okay.
So just make sure that you charge for your scope of work. And if you figure out that they're not an aligned fit for you anymore, then that's fine. Yeah. As your business grows, as you grow, you're allowed to terminate clients. You're allowed to separate that partnership. It's not like you're stuck with someone forever. Yeah. That's the best part of being an entrepreneur.
And I know how it is. You know, some people, they depend on that money, you know, and if it goes away, that's all they're thinking about. But yeah, you have to have standards. You have to have boundaries with these clients, because if you don't, they'll try to take advantage of you. They want everything for nothing.
Yes. And I will say, when I first started my business, I took on like any and every client.
Ooh, yeah.
And like, it was because I was trying to leave my full-time job. Like, I wanted to kickstart my business. And at that time, it was just like, yes, I learned a lot through those experiences. Like I said early on in the podcast, I typically work with service providers and creatives. And at that time, I was working with a lot of product-based businesses. So I had a grocery store at once. Okay. And that was fun.
Oh, that was hectic.
I learned a lot. And it was just, I'm appreciative of the experiences, but it also showed me like, no, I don't want my business to be like this. Like, I want to work with these specific clients. And it took a lot in me to terminate. Some of them did have to close their business. Some of them transitioned to a new bookkeeper. But it's more so of like, yes, the money. I'm not telling everyone to go out there and fire their clients because they're not a good fit. Like, if you need the money, yes, go ahead, stick it out. But once you get to that part, that season of like, okay, I think I'm financially stable enough to be able to let go of this client, or maybe you're not financially stable enough yet, but letting go of a client, the right one is going to come. Yeah. The aligned client is going to come. And if you're going to continue working with a client that isn't a good fit for you, that's kind of putting a pause in the right one coming. Because what if you're capped out at your client list, right? What if you're maxed out and you can't take on any more clients, but you have that one client that you just you don't want to work with, you know? So, mindset. It's all about mindset. Abundance mindset.
Amen. That's what we preach here on this channel. So there's so many people out here, they're scared to start a business. Like, they're scared to start their YouTube channel. They're scared to post something on social media. That fear, it keeps people from becoming successful. So if you want to talk to a person out there.
Yeah. So fear. I was actually listening to a podcast this morning. I am very into manifestation and neuroscience. And fear, if you are constantly scared, I can't remember how they explained it, but it has to do with your prefrontal cortex. So when you are recognizing that fear, like, I am scared to do this, but I am going to do this, it's going to reduce that fear. And yes, it was scary to start your own business. It was scary to post on social media because you don't know what your friends and family are going to think of you. But I want you to remember, they're not paying your bills. Do it because of your motivation. Like, you're motivated, you have a goal in mind. If you want to start a business, there's never a right time. So the right time is now. No one is going to be sitting there researching every little thing, figuring out all the things. They just start. And I will say, when I first started my business, I have pivoted my business to a whole different side. Like, I used to be a virtual assistant, and I realized that, like, I was offering services, a bunch of services that my type A self could not handle. I like routine. I like consistency. And so when I pivoted to bookkeeping, it was more aligned. But no, fear, it's hard, but sometimes you just got to do it and it gets easier. Just start it and then pivot. That's always my advice to business owners. If something is going wrong in the business, pivot. If your prices aren't right, and if you feel like you're undercharging, pivot. Yeah. If you feel like your systems aren't good, pivot. Yeah. It's all about pivoting.
Yeah. And so my audience, wait, one more thing I want to ask you. We got a couple minutes. Manifestation, right?
Yeah.
Like growing up in the church, like that word is like witchy, it's like demonic and stuff like that. But what I came to learn like over the years, like we naturally do it, like we're supposed to do it, right? So if you want to talk to the people about that, like what is manifestation?
It's hard to describe, but if I had to say it, manifestation is being delusional in the best way possible. Right. It has a lot to do with neuroscience. So it's believing in yourself. It's affirmations. So every day, if you wake up and you say, I am going to earn this amount of money, or I am going to be wealthy, just believing in yourself, saying those things, it changes your mindset. It switches something in your brain and it's going to be like, oh, I am going to be this person. Yeah. Or like if you had a previous identity. So I'll use working out, for example. So I have been trying to get back into working out. And I find myself every 2 weeks, I'm working out, but then I stop, right? And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like, why do I keep stopping? Yeah. It's because you have not envisioned yourself to being a person that works out. You have not, like, in your brain, visualized, like, oh, she is going to go to the gym every day, or, oh, she's going to go walk every day. I'm still that person that's like, oh, I'm going to go couch rot. And so you're not, if you think about it and if you're like very motivated, you're going to turn into that person. So it's more of like rewiring your brain in the sense of like, we are going to do this. We are going to be this. And something to end the podcast with is vision boards. Visualization is very big in the sense of like, so I've done this for 2 years now in my business, or not really in my business, but it's more business personal. But I will, before January 1st, in December, I will create a vision board of what I want the next year to look like, what I want to achieve, anything that my goals are. And I put it as my wallpaper on my computer so that I see it every day. And it kind of just like helps you like remind yourself like, oh, I want to achieve this, or I want to do this. That is a big thing that you guys should look into, vision boards, visualization. That has really helped me achieve some goals. I baked my second sourdough loaf this year. Okay,
wifey will be happy to hear that. She does all of that stuff. Yeah.
I'm gonna reach out to her. It's a lot of work.
Ooh, yeah.
Like 3 days of prepping. Oh my gosh.
Feed it and stuff too. Yeah.
I only feed it once a month. I had a friend give me a starter, and I only feed it once a month. I keep it in the fridge, and then once a month when I'm ready to bake, I pull it out.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, y'all. There it is. Awesome. Sophia in the building. Level Up Conversation podcast. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you have not, there's some Level Up resources in the description. So I want y'all to go check them out. If you're stuck, you don't know where to go, or if you are just at a certain point but you can't reach higher, man, go check out the resources in the description. I have Sophia's information in the description as well. If y'all need a bookkeeper, man, everybody needs a bookkeeper. If you own a business, you definitely need one. So I'm Jeremy Cornelius, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.
All right.